Welcome back to the Mid-Year Mitch YouTube channel. I wanted to do a quick update on what I've been working on the Misfit split, so be sure to stick around.
So we're at the movies, huh?
Yep, we're at the movies.
I apologize for the lack of videos recently. I've been doing a lot of skiing this winter. Even went on a trip up to Vermont, which was a great time. I've been working on the car, I just haven't been making videos to show you guys. So I'll do a quick walk around to show you the progress I've been working on to catch you guys up, and then I'll have some more detailed videos coming up hopefully shortly. So there's a lot to cover just in this one shot here. So the frame is obviously back from powder coating along with the bird cage. So I went with a gray color for the frame, and then everything else went black. So it'll be a nice contrast. The front suspension, brakes, and steering are completely done on the Misfit. So I have my replacement style ball joints, polyurethane bushings. I have my upgraded brakes I got from Rock Auto. These are the upgraded calipers that I got from Corvette World. They have the O-rings in them. I have the bigger 78 sway bar, polyurethane bushings. In that, I made my little adapter plate because this teeters off the frame a little bit. I have the 78, the stock coils, and then I have Bilstein shocks in the car. I have the original 78 steering box and all the stock style power steering equipment. So everything is as good as it was from the factory and better. So hopefully the brakes should be a little better and allow the car, to stop fairly well. And hopefully the polyurethane bushings and shocks give the car just a little bit of an edge over a stock car. And then I'm also going to have a little bigger wheel and tire on the car, hopefully width-wise, and then I'm going to have a lower profile tire. So all those things together should transform the way this car feels compared to a stock C2 or even a stock C3. I have a front clip now, which is a big deal. And I've been working on solid mounted headlights. I have one done. I have the next one I'm halfway through with that one. So I made these little plates to fill the hole where the hideaway headlight brackets would have mounted up to. I made some little brackets to hold these buckets in place. These are 64 Chevelle buckets that I cut up. I got them at Carlisle for like 15 bucks, the pair of them. So I cut this part of the bucket off because it was like square. So I made up another piece of metal to fill that in, made some tabs, welded it together, and it's still kind of modular. It still bolts together, so you can still adjust it to the car. I'm working on this side, so I have a little thing rigged up here so I can mock it up in place. But that's coming along pretty nicely. So I have my dummy motor in the car along with my transmission, which I had to modify a little bit to hold the 63 shifter. I made an adapter plate to mount it to a passenger car transmission, got another yoke to accept that. I have my 63 shifter, and I worked on my linkage to get all that to work real nicely. I just have to work on, I think it needs adjusted a little bit because it won't go into reverse right now. I need to work on the spring. The clip popped off. A couple things to tweak on that, but overall that's coming along nicely. I also bought side pipes which work with the Hedman headers, which I have coming from Summit, so that'll work out nicely. These are 3-inch and they are gonna be very loud. They're pretty much straight through. It should quiet the car slightly. I have to order tips for it, but so I have that going. I've been working on miscellaneous fiberglass pieces. I had to splice a couple pieces together. This was from that back, the top part of this was from the back clip I have. I've been grafting in some other pieces. This was from my car with power windows, so I'm filling that. And since the dash didn't come, since these pieces and the dash didn't come from the same car, I'm filling in the holes, and I'll put some new steel on the back of them so I can pop rivet it, the dash to those door jamb pieces, and everything will be nice and strong. So that's pretty much it for this area. The goal is to first fix all these little individual pieces so I can build like the cockpit area with the floor, and then from there, that includes the firewall. Then from there we can work backwards and then work forwards and make this one complete body. But first you have to start in the middle with the hinge pillars and the latch pillars and the stuff in the door jamb. I've also been working on a gas pedal, which this is a 1960s bass drum pedal. So I just modified the hinge from it just to accept the Corvette floor mount. So that'll work like that. And it should be pretty sweet. Little retro touch. This is my floor pan I've been fixing. I had this shipped in from Iowa. It was cut across here, so I grafted in this piece, which was from this pan, and I bought this piece separately, grafted it in, and there's been a lot of areas that I've been fixing. Basically, I'm pretty much touching every inch of this panel, and I have to put new floor reinforcements in it. I still have to fix a couple holes here, but it's coming. I have the rear end all torn apart, and I have it cleaned up. I was going to rebuild it myself, but I think I'm going to have a local guy who's a professional redo it just so I'm sure that it's all good to go. But at least it's all torn apart, ready to go. And I have the trailing arm assemblies, which are all completely restored, professionally done. And I'm waiting for the offset trailing arms to come and the bushings to hold the rear end in the car. Once I get all those parts ready, I can have the back end on the ground just like the front end. Here's the dash that I have. It was broken. This end was broken off, so I grafted that back on. I filled the radio hole and the heater holes and painted the whole thing red along with the speaker grill, and it looks really nice. So this car is going to be this kind of crazy look on the outside, and then on the inside it's going to be all red. So it'll be a pretty neat contrast. And then this came from the floor. I had to graft in a piece from a burnt rocker, this little piece here and this little piece here. And then I made all of this here, and I've been making a lot of pieces in the front, and it just needs a little bit of grinding on the outside and just smoothed out. This is just the rough glass. But I've changed my technique for glassing. I started, instead of using duct tape, I've been using foil tape, and then I've been using like a galvanized metal as my backer, and that has given me a really, really nice surface finish. So I just have a little bit of glass work to do on the back, but this thing is coming right along. So here's the other headlight bucket I've been working on, and here are the little tabs that I made. So hopefully tomorrow I'll have this one finished up in the car, and then I just have to order a kit to rebuild it with new springs and the plastic bushings and all that stuff. I have headlight lenses in that box for it. I'm not sure if I'm going to use them at this moment or not. That just depends on my time crunch. Been working on the rear clip a little bit. I have a lot of fiberglass thing to do to fix this. I'm just going to fix it on the outside so that way it's strong, but I'm going to leave like the crack, the outside of the crack and the patina on the quarter panel. I took out the blower motor. This is from a 64. You can see that this thing is very, very rusty. It's in bad shape, so everything that's metal, or everything that was metal on this, is very rotten. So I have to replace all the steel in this, all the little body mounts and stuff. So it'll be a lot of drilling. But overall, I've fixed all the little holes that were in the bottom of the floor, so it'll be strong. Need to clean it up and then paint it just so it doesn't look crappy. But overall, I'm kind of working on a little bit of everything at once on this car. So as you can see, I'm making a lot of progress on the car in a lot of different areas. It's coming together really quick. The rear end should be in the car. It shouldn't take very long once I get all the parts. And then I'm hoping in the next few weeks to have the body, at least the middle part of the body, ready to go and start working our way backwards. And then want to get the right engine in it, have all that ready to go, put the front end on it, and then wire it, plumb it. It'll be out the door. So I'm hoping to have this thing running and driving by the 4th of July. We'll see if we can make that goal. It's weather depending, to see how much fiberglass work I can actually do. Because I really can't do grinding in here. I can do fiberglassing in here, but I can't do grinding in here. So I have to do all that outside. So we'll see how far we make it. That's the plan. Overall, it's coming together really well. I'm happy with the progress. Hopefully you guys are too. I have to have some more videos coming out. But I'm aggressively trying to push for this deadline to get the car running and driving, hopefully to bring it to an event later this year. So more details on that coming up. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.